In this video, I'm going to tell you how I remedied the slipping seat post issue on my new Transition Spur. So during Project DC, Project Downcountry, I talked about when I first got this bike, I had a problem with the seat post slipping and it was getting really annoying and it was doing it every ride. So I contacted Transition, asked them about it. They gave me a few things to try and I did 3 things which worked. And I contacted them because I didn't want to go higher than the recommended torque specs, which are 5 to 7 Newton meters. I didn't want to exceed that without their permission. And so they told me the worst thing that can happen is the seat post clamp could break and they would just send me a new one. That did not happen. So here are the 3 things that I did. First of all, I applied more fiber grip. So if you're not familiar with this, this is a paste that has some texture to it, and you put it on, like a stem that contacts a carbon handlebar and a seat post. And what it does is it allows there to be more friction so it doesn't slip. And really, it's really good for carbon because you can use less torque on the bolts and less risk to damaging carbon components. So I put this inside the seat post and I also put it around the seat post itself pretty liberally again, and that was the first thing that I did. The second thing that I did is I put some grease on the threads of the bolt that goes into the seat post clamp, and this is what I use. This is made by Finish Line. I just get a tub of this stuff and I use this on bolts, and you really should put grease on most bolts on a bicycle anyway. And what that does is it allows there to be no friction or very little friction when you're tightening that bolt, and that gives you the accurate torque spec. And finally, the third thing I did was I used a torque wrench and I went up to 9 Newton meters. Now I was prepared to go up to 10 or 11 if it didn't work, but I didn't want to go too high too quickly. And so I went to 9 Newton meters, again, using a torque wrench. I did those 3 things and it worked. So I know people have asked me what did I do, because people have told me that they've had that problem on their Transition Spur and on other bikes. I mean, this is not the only bike that could have that issue. Now, what's unique is I had another Transition Spur before this one, and I didn't have that problem. And so I don't know what the change was, but again, those 3 things solved the issue. So again, a really simple solution that worked, and I just wanted to share that with you all in case you've ever had that problem with the seat post. I do recommend you reaching out to your bike manufacturer before exceeding the torque specs. It's always wise to do that. Get their permission, so to speak, in case something happens. It would be covered under warranty. So yeah, that's it. Any questions or comments about this, drop those below. Thanks for watching.